Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back.
We're home.
We're back.
Yay, look at the kitchen.
We're in.
Oddly looks a little dark. I don't know. Do we not have a light on? I don't know. Whatever.
We're just doing natural lighting today. It's beautiful outside. There's like a nice kind of windy, warm, balmy thing going on. So I thought, let's get natural light in here.
We came from really great weather in Vegas to really great weather in Southern California.
Yeah.
And I love it. But yeah, we're home. Can you believe it? That went by so fast.
We knew it would. And like
so fast.
We thought, originally like just 2 nights. And then we were like, we should just add a third night because we're, whatever. We should have added another one.
Honestly, we should have. So for anybody that's new here, welcome. Good to have you. For anybody who is returning, and even better for people who have watched all of our Vegas trip content.
Yeah.
We want to say a big thank you for taking the time to turn on our videos, whether it's, 20, 30, 40 minutes of your life. We thank you. We thank you for being here.
And the people that, sat through that bubble crap session, or there's a couple of them, I think, in there.
There were a few.
Props to you.
Yeah.
It was a marathon.
But really props to people who didn't even know how to play craps. Because
it's kind of what I mean.
Yeah. That's what you were saying.
Well,
okay,
to a degree of I'm seeing a lot of comments of most people, hadn't played or don't know or whatever. So the fact that you watched without knowledge of what you were watching is really cool. And maybe you learned something. Maybe you just enjoyed watching us win some money. I don't know.
We got a few people that messaged us and said, I didn't even know how to play that, but I'm interested in learning now. Yeah. And it's a very easy game. That's the thing. When Spence first told me several years ago, it was not our first trip to Vegas. It was, I think it was the first time we stayed at Park MGM or the MGM Grand. I think it was during the pandemic. I think it was. But you were like, no, you have to learn how to play craps. And you were explaining it to me. I had no idea what you were saying.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense. But then once we kind of sat down and played it together and I watched you, I was like, this is not bad.
This is dice.
It's really just the roll of the dice.
Just rolling dice. The board looks very intimidating.
It sure does. I think you're right. That's what it is.
It's got a lot of numbers and colors and spaces and words that you're like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
And so hopefully it demystified it a little bit. The electronic version we play, which is, they nickname it bubble craps because the dice are jumbling around in the bubble kind of container there. It gives you more time to think and figure it out.
It's on your own.
Yeah, it's on your own time, and you could do all sorts of weird bets. And when you're at a real craps table with other people, it's a lot more intimidating. And there's a time thing because, everybody's making their bets, and then it's like, okay, the guy's going to roll.
Even the bubble craps in the circle, they have other bubble craps
stadium
machines.
You talking about?
No, not those. You know the ones where there's 7 of them, and you take times being the shooter.
It's in a hub.
Yeah, it's like
that. A spoke. So there's one set of dice and multiple people playing.
That's what. Yeah, and that one also can be a little intimidating, even though you're on your own board, because you might have to be that shoot the die,
right.
So that also, but I think we were trying to show you the least intimidating. Same with Dylan. I think he's like, dude, I want to go play again. So
yeah, it's fun. It's just different than, like Katie was saying about the slots. She says it kind of derogatorily, but it's more like, slots are a random number generator. And so it's just luck of the draw. And each time, believe it or not, let's say you won $10,000 on a slot, right? Mm-hmm. That next spin after that has just as much chance of winning $10,000 as the one that you won on.
Right.
It doesn't matter that it just hit. It doesn't know that. It's just random. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the craps, there's a little bit more skill involved, or a little bit more maybe intuitive, if you're lucky.
Well,
you know
you're
what I mean?
making a decision. So I can
based on trends.
Yeah, I can choose the numbers I want to bet on.
Yeah.
You can choose if you want to bet on, all the other numbers except this. You can choose on how the dice are going to look. So there is some choice in it.
Yeah.
If I wanted to just play the pass line or play the point, I can do that. I can sit there and just play, and you're not going to lose every single thing.
Like I was saying, you can see trends of things happening, and then you can start to bet with those trends. Mm-hmm. We noticed, on one machine we were playing, the 10 kept coming up. It just kept coming up. Mm-hmm. And so we were like, all right. And we started betting on it, and it worked because it kept coming up. It was like, okay. Some
and the
machines
dice, I just want to clarify that the dice are random.
They're random.
That's random, but
there's been videos about it where people.
I just want to separate that because you make the choice of where you want to put your bets.
Yeah.
But you don't have a choice what the dice is going to do. I just want to clarify that because at first when you told, maybe I'm just stupid, but I was like, huh? Do you get to pick that day? But I also got confused because there's a live table where you actually shake the dice and roll it out.
That's what
I mean. So I was a little confused on that.
That's the original kind of way of craps. It's,
it's at the big table.
Yeah, which I've lost money at so fast before. I've lost a couple $100 in a
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because you get intimidated or rushed, if you will, because you're playing at that pace or what?
A little bit, yeah. And then also in the past, I didn't play in a way that was maybe as beneficial in terms of I used to just play the pass line. And because it's one of the best bets in the casino, the pass line, and then to put odds on that bet is literally one of the best bets in the casino as far as they don't really have an edge on that. You still can lose and stuff, but what I'm saying is the percentage of the edge is different on that. And so I used to just play it safe. I'd play pass line and then 6 and 8, or if
6 and 8 are good. I found out because there's a lot of combinations of them on the dice. So versus getting a
4 or a 10, there's less combination. I think there's only 2.
And then you get into crapless craps and all this other stuff. So we really tried to show just the more simplistic and it's also what we enjoy doing. The other thing is, I said it a million times. Yeah, I've said it a million times on this channel. And even on our trip, you may have noticed, there are so many things you can do in Vegas, but and every trip isn't going to be the same for us, but we try and do the stuff we genuinely want to do.
Right.
That way, and then hopefully you'll come along for the ride if you want to. And
you can paint your own picture there. And sometimes we like painting the same picture because we get better at painting the picture. You're like, oh yeah, I know this. I know how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a good analogy for it. But then also sometimes you're like, I'm so sick of doing this picture. I want to paint a new picture. And so, it
depends on the time of year too. Yeah. And sometimes you're more we've had those trips and maybe you guys have too. Maybe you go to Disneyland or you go to a beach town or whatever, but maybe you're more focused on a goal of I really want to eat at great restaurants on this trip. I really want to go shopping a lot on this trip, or I really want to go sightseeing. I think for this one, we wanted to play craps and we really wanted to kind of walk around
and just kind
of be in it.
Yeah. And I think we did. We approached it from a different angle this time. And I think going to the Arts District again, because we've been there a few times now and that's where we painted and all that. So going down there was a real eye opener of wow, there's, because we had more time to check it out this time. And it was there are so many good places down there.
I think we realized,
as opposed to the Strip, which is, sorry to interrupt, the Strip gets just so, there are so many options, but everything's really expensive.
And it's far away too.
And so anything you get into over there, it's going to be a lot more expensive and a little more, I don't know how you would put it, a factory or assembly line as opposed to, I don't know, it seems more like some of the Arts District stuff. You're getting these little cool restaurants, these cafes, these, I don't know.
We also, I think, not that we let the vlog dictate what we do, but it does weigh a factor in, and in the way the economy is right now, there are some things where it will kind of weigh a little bit on our decision of let's try to show things that aren't going to be $1 bazillion for everybody. Yeah. Now, that's not to say that will we still go show a really fancy, awesome steakhouse sometimes? Sure. Yeah. We're not going to not do that. But, when we were looking at this, and then even, I said, even with ourselves, we actually came out, I think we ended up winning, and I think we were net positive a little over 700.
Yeah.
Right? So could we have done that? Sure. But again, we were kind of looking at it and we're like, you know what?
That's first of all,
this ain't that kind of trip,
Yeah, that's to me, that's a really good win, to be fair. And we actually had more than that, but we put a little bit back, but that's fine.
You saw if you watched day 3.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah. You got to pay the Vegas
You get the itch once you kind of win. You're like, ooh, I want to do that again. I want to. But the thing is that, even just to double your money in Vegas is like kind of, it doesn't usually happen. You know what I mean? The odds are that you're not going to. The odds are that you're going to play, if anything, going to up, down, up, down, up, down, and zero. Because I've done it a million times where that happens, where you're just riding the roller coaster. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, and then eventually it just gets you, and then it's over.
It chips away.
Yeah, but in this case, we really beat the odds. I'm saying like from 100 to 7 is like that's beating the odds.
It's crazy.
And we played really strategically and mellow, and we noticed that hey, this machine is working. That happened to us twice, where it was like, hey, this thing's flowing. Even though we're going to lose here and there, you have to accept that. But the losses definitely didn't outweigh the wins at all. It was the other way around. It was like, wow, we're winning way more than we're losing. So like, let's just
can happen with craps.
Yeah, so it was really fun. You
can lose really hard and you can win really hard.
Oh, it can. Trust me. What you guys saw in that was a really good run. There was a couple of like 18 rolls, like those are like, they call those like God rolls. They're insane because it's like the numbers just keep going. So. It doesn't always happen. So, I mean, it could get ugly so fast. I watch a lot of videos on that stuff, and most of the creators show the losses too, and it can be really bad and just totally against what you were like. Wait a minute, 7 just came up twice in a row, and it came up again. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we've had it once where 7 came up 6 times in a row.
Yeah.
And 7, by the way, is the only way like you're out once the game has started.
That's the evil number. And we're saying it now because we're talking about it, but when we're playing, you won't even hear us say that number because it's so everybody.
Spencer's he's not superstitious, he's a little stitious.
I'm very stitious about that. But it's weird.
Super, you're just very.
Because I'm not really a superstitious person, but I've seen in craps, I've seen things affect the flow of things. And it's though I don't know how to explain it, but the reason you're in a casino and you'll hear a craps table and you'll hear people screaming and yelling and having a good time.
You may have heard it behind us when we were playing in Planet Hollywood.
I think that was why we had really good energy around us, and like that can drive something and keep something going. I know it sounds goofy and weird, but the casino knows it, and they will slow the flow of play. They will try to like stifle that because it can get on a roll, and it's crazy, So. It's fun like that. I think just the.
But I think that is something like it's a good point to point out though is like there really is a thing about energy in general in life. Like wouldn't you agree? Like
and being the kind of the rule is like if you're being positive and you will attract positive. If you're being negative, you'll attract negative. And if you're even talking about how you don't like negative. Like, let's say you're like, I really despise those people that are, anti-Semitic and they hate it. You know what I mean? What you're telling the universe is you're paying attention to that stuff. So it's going to serve you more of that stuff. If there's something that really annoys you and you're vocal about what annoys you so much, it's going to give you more of it because it doesn't know the difference. So I need to stop
venting about Disneyland reservations.
And then
because I'm making it... I've actually been, to be fair, I've really been, from this break from Disneyland, I've really been focusing. Well, also, let me also say this too. There's also been like the whole French fry thing and just all this like stuff happening. Like every little bit of thing I'm seeing, it's like Disneyland's packed. And like I'm seeing a lot of that. And I'm not quiet about it. Like I feel like a lot of people that follow me on Instagram, I vent a lot on Instagram about it. So I don't know if am I making it worse? I don't know. Like, what's your take on that? I don't know.
Here's my take on that is like, it's like a film critic. You're critiquing something. You're not. We're not up in Vegas spending all our downtime outside of what we're doing thinking about the French fries at Disneyland.
No, I did talk about it a little bit, but
it happened when we were there. I think.
Well, no, it was before, but then there was like good posts about it.
I think we had really good French fries somewhere, and he brought it up because we had really good French fries.
You're
somewhere.
Right, and I will forever think about it.
Yeah, and so we were like, "Oh, these are so good!" Like, yeah, they used to have these at Disneyland.
Am I attracting more negative with Disneyland to that? Like, I wonder if I am.
No, I don't think so.
That?
Not when it's a critique. I just think that it's a thing when, if you are consistently like, actively like like, I think in the moment, I've seen it even happen. If it's like, you'll get that backup beep sound, that beep, 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 and we're trying to film something, and we'll stop.
Right.
And wait, because it's only going to happen till the person figures out they're backed up enough and get whatever.
Yeah.
If they're doing a 3-point turn, it's really annoying because it'll go beep, 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 and then it'll go forward, and you'll think, okay, it's done. Here we go. Because they're doing a 3-point turn. But we've had it to where, like, it's like, oh, and then it keeps happening and happening and happening. And that's the universe saying, oh, you like this.
Right.
You're reacting to this. If you don't react to it, the universe is like, it's not phased. Yeah. Now, I know it sounds weird, but there's something to that. And it's like you're feeding the energy, and the energy only knows.
It's a tricky thing, though.
Like, you know how, like, thumbs up and thumbs down on YouTube, it's the same thing.
It's engagement. Yeah.
It's engagement. That's the universe. It doesn't know the difference between, me or yeah. It just knows that,
it's kind of like views or views.
Right.
That's what it is. Yeah. Well, I go back and forth from it because, like, sometimes when, like, again, it's one of those things, like, I go back and forth with, like, good example of, like, drama happens, like, whatever, like, the recent drama.
Sure.
I would have felt sick had I not clapped back and went on about it.
That's different, though, because I feel like that's already attached itself to you. And you have to you got to do something, At that point, it's not about...
Well, I told you, and I think I said it too, when stuff happens to me, there was that time, I want to say from like 2020 to like 2022, where I didn't react, and I feel like it made me internalize things. So I try not to, I guess it's a fine balance of, like, you don't want to internalize things, but you also don't want to give too much reaction to the point where
it's just
you are. So I think what you're saying is, like, there is kind of this balance. And then there's also nuances, because everybody is a different person and how we are. Like, I'm a fiery Leo
but I think your point is, and I completely agree, because we didn't react or respond at all. We should have a little bit, and we didn't. And instead, in the end, we had to come back and respond really hard because it just kept stacking up, and we shouldn't have let it stack up.
Yeah.
And then then it kind of consumed us in its nature of what it was trying to do.
I didn't feel good or healthy. So I feel so good now, though. And, like, this trip was so much fun.
It was great. It was our first trip of 2026, so it's kind of dictating to me. It's like dictating the flow, like, of like, hey, this is how we're approaching it, because we approached it way different.
We did
in all aspects, and I think
maybe you didn't see it on camera that way.
But just mentally, we approached it different. I know I did, and so maybe that's why we did better at the gambling that day. I remember being in a really good mood that morning. If you see in that video, I was just like, I woke up, I was like, like, just feeling, And I think that was the approach in the whole trip. I was feeling that, in the approach. Day 1, day 2, all the way through, I felt it. I started getting tired. Yeah. I think that's when I have to be careful with gambling. If I start getting tired, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, because you're like...
Well, even in picking those slot machines, I regret now. I'm like, man, they were fun and I liked them.
We're referring to the third video, the one when we were at New York, when we put $100 in 2 slot machines. Yeah. Spread amongst 2 slot machines.
I have so many regrets now about, like, why didn't I just go play this or this? Like, they're 2 machines that I've always kind of wanted to, like, I was just tired. And I literally have found an area and I'm like, okay, one of these 3. Like, now, to be fair.
It was still cool. But...
No, it was still cool. Now, listen, to be fair, it's no different, probably, because, again, you're talking about a random number generator. That one is no better than that one, better than that one. So it's about you trying to pick the one that's going to have the randomness happen that's going to be in your favor. I mean, how do you do that? You just, I don't know. There's nothing there that's really like, like I said, if it's something just already hit a jackpot, it's not going to make a difference whether you put your money in that one or not. People think that, oh no, that just paid out. Like, honestly, if it's the way probability, it could happen again. Yeah. Anyways.
It was still, though, overall, the trip was so fun that, and again, it's not like we didn't go and do all these, like, crazy things. Like, we didn't go to the Sphere and, like, because you wanted to do that.
We didn't go,
but do you guys feel that way, though, where you go and do, like, a little getaway, but it's like there's something about just, like, changing your headspace? And I guess one could say that was something that I started to, I guess the last year, because things have been changing at Disneyland so much, and even our trips to Disneyland have changed a lot. So between those two things, I've really been trying to evaluate, I guess, like kind of like look in and go like, why am I going there? What is it I'm going there for? Am I still getting what I'm originally, right? So like, plus then I think it also got kind of complicated too, because you throw in the channel, like a lot of viewers were here for that. And we're still going to go. We still have our pass. I think that's something that has come up kind of frequently because we're not blocked out anymore. But we still have our pass. We just don't know, exactly when we're going to go. Well, like we're kind of just.
It's here. I'll explain it because it makes a lot of sense to me when I hear you say it from the outside. But then I'm like, I'm part of it, obviously.
You're also a better explainer.
Yeah, not all the time. But I think in this instance, because it's 2026 and like we have this new approach that I think mentally that we both have collectively, this trip is proof in that as well, that approach to Disneyland is going to be different too. So, and we've talked about it in terms of like, and it's kind of evolved into that, where it lies in the priority list of what we're trying to do. We're trying to approach it different in 2026. And I think that its place in the priority list is amongst a lot of other things. And it's not like, overshadowing everything else. It's got a kind of a equal standing in what we're trying to do because, it's about a balance for us in the content, at least. And that's our goal for,
and in life.
But yeah, because that's what's so weird about our channel is that, while it is a channel that is like, we curate it and, do fun things and all this stuff, it really is just our life. And we happen to be filming it because we tried to kind of do it the other way where it's like, go film and then live our lives and go film and then live our lives. So like that was the Disneyland all the time kind of stuff. And it just became overwhelming because it kind of took over and then we had no life. It just started creeping in. And so we thought like,
it wasn't healthy.
No, and that wasn't the goal of Best Life and Beyond. It was to inspire people to live their best lives through our, antics and whatever we're doing, But so in going forward, how authentic would we be if we were just, feeding it to feed it, so we blended it and we just decided because this is what we do and it's full time. It's like make it as real as possible. And we've always tried to do that, but like we're really trying to do that going forward. And where Disneyland lies in that, if we're being totally honest is, it's in the mix of a bunch of other things because there's other stuff that's important to us. And we think it's, now, valuable for everybody else too, If
Disneyland was the way it was prior to 2020, would it have a bigger part in our lives? I actually think it would.
Probably.
I think so because...
If there wasn't reservations, it sure would.
Well, reservations and then constant cutbacks. Like
reservations just make it so weird and like...
It's hard.
Yeah, like it's like, we're not going to Tavern on the Green.
Here's a good example. Okay, so recently, like, Dylan was here and we're sitting on the couch and you know how like reels just get served up to you. I got served a reel and it was talking about how Disneyland locals do Disneyland. And great little reel, by the way. Good creator. I don't really know everybody in the game there. I really don't. I'm pretty detached now. But the reel was basically showing how locals get into the park and how like, you could go to this picture or this parking structure between these hours, and then the line looks long, and then you do this, and then the line looks long, and you're mobile ordering and whatnot. And while that may bring people so much happiness, I looked at that exact scenario and I was like, I have to check myself, and I'm like, that doesn't look as fun to me. But I also think I'm comparing it to prior to the pandemic where it was like you parked, you walked in or you took the tram in, you didn't have to wait in a giant line, you didn't have to mobile order. Jolly Holiday rarely had a line where it was wrapped around and out the door. So my point is, I think if it was that Disneyland that it used to be, I think we would be there more often than we are.
I haven't seen what you're talking about. So are you saying that they showed how the entry process or something?
Yeah, like they were just showing like how locals would do it. So like, you know, if we saw that the line for Mickey and Friends parking structure is bad, if it's between 10 and 12 or...
It's a local contingency plan of like...
Yeah, but it's like every time it's like, okay, well then I saw that line's not bad, so I'm going to walk around and go to that line. Okay. And then I go, and instead of Jolly Holiday, I'm mobile ordering it. And so, you know,
so you're saying like now it's turned into just like...
It just looks really complicated.
Right, like it's if this happens, we got to do this. If this
and I'm only doing that because I'm comparing, you know, and I know that you can't always get on the monorail. I know that mobile order window is not always like that. So I guess that's my point is like, it was an excellent video to show people how to do things like a local, props to that person. But my point is, I just miss how it used to be. And we can still go and have fun, and we will. But that's why you're saying, like, the balance.
Yeah, the balance.
It's a little different now.
Yeah. And, you know, kind of just into what you're saying of getting in there and stuff. You know, there's a lot of layers to just getting there, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's probably what I should have said.
The parking thing, you're waiting in a line to park, and then you're waiting in line to actually get into your parking space.
That takes time now.
Because they're parking everybody individually, right? That's what they do. Great, whatever. Then you got to walk down and wait in a giant security line, right? Then you got to wait into a line to get, sorry, I should be counting now, 3. You got to be waiting in a line to get on the tram. Then 4, you got to wait in a line to get into whichever park you're going to. And then you're in the park to go, okay, now what line are we going to go to ride an attraction? Yeah. So it's like by the time you even get on attraction, you've waited in 6 major lines, 6 of them.
My point is so when I saw that post, it was like instead of waiting in the tram line, you can just walk. And it's like, that's fine. But then it's like you get there and then there's another line. So you go to another shorter line, but then you have to either walk through downtown Disney or you have to get on the monorail. But that's assuming the monorail is not going to be a 20-minute wait. So that's my point. It's just, it's gotten a little complicated. Yeah. And, you know, I want to do things that are a little less complicated. I guess that's the major point of this is if something's not bringing me like the most amount of joy, I'm going to try to do do that. Not to say that I still don't enjoy going to Disneyland, though. I still do. You know,
but if you have the opportunity,
especially because I have a pass that I haven't paid $2,000 for.
Yeah, but if you have the opportunity to do other stuff, which we do because of where we live, you'd be crazy not to.
Yeah,
because it's like, you know,
we're so lucky that we live here, and I love it.
Yeah, like it, you know, if it's king tide season and you know the beach is clear and it's unreal. There's nothing like it. You're not going to find that, you know, in other places.
Too many places. Yeah.
So. We just want the balance to be better, and we're already doing it, so it's great. We just figure.
I also think too.
Live it to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for this house. Yeah. So I like showing stuff like that as well, you know, and I think you too. Like, it's so when you're very grateful for what you have. I think part of it is showing that, you know, I could do an extra day at Disneyland, or I can take an extra day to be grateful for my house and make content with
it. My garage dialed in, you
know? Like you kind of are grateful for that stuff, and you know,
absolutely. And I mean, you know, time and a place for all things, and you know, we all get into stuff deep for sometimes, and like I'm, you know, kind of obsessive with stuff, and if I'm really into it,
phases of life,
right? But like overall. You know, at least for us, like the best life it runs through everything. It's our through line. So expect a lot of good stuff this year because of it. And, you know, SoCal at its finest and wherever, we're just going to be kind of, you know, doing a lot more stuff.
Yeah, so. I feel like we're actually going to try to follow our hearts and follow the joy. And
it's cool because I think it's purely for us first. And then we're like, you know, it works for the channel. So like, this is great. Like it gives me more confidence, but like, yeah, we should do this because if I'm being just selfish and going, this is what we want to do, I feel selfish a little bit, but like, no, this would be great for the channel. So it's like, okay, cool. Then let's do it. You know,
it's another layer. Right. Definitely. Right. I think, I also like how do I explain this? I like trying new things too.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of fun in that, because it is easy to just do the total repetitive things in life like consistently, but I want to sprinkle in new experiences. Even a new experience I enjoyed was the disposable camera. Like it's so silly that it's like a tiny little thing.
It's like a old new
but it's like I haven't gone to Vegas with a disposable camera probably ever. I don't even know. Maybe
we got a couple looks. It was great. It was like,
people were like
look over like, what was that?
We got to get those developed.
I know we do.
We have a few left actually. I think we have like 3 more, so we'll have to.
I was looking it up, like Walgreens, CVS, those type places do it.
Oh, good.
And I think they do 1 hour, and it's like through Shutterfly or something like that.
We'll have to ride our
Costco
bike
doesn't
over
do
there.
it anymore. I used to do Costco. Like I have boxes of photos
I know.
that are all Costco sleeves because that's where
so many.
Los Feliz Costco, and I would just,
oh my gosh,
all my snowboarding, anything, but
oh my gosh, he has so many boxes, you guys.
Yeah, I've been kind of wanting to go through them lately because I know I got some old graffiti stuff in there I want to find.
We also have like the garage in general. We did good though. We got, you guys, if the car washing vlog that we did, we actually did some work in the garage. Like we still have a lot more to go, but like I'm proud of us.
We have to build our new shelf, and then I saw at Costco they're selling for $300 right now a shelf unit for the big, the black and yellow boxes.
No, one of those.
It's a shelf unit for those, and it's $2.99, and it holds like 16 of them, maybe 4 or 12, maybe 12. I don't know.
You got some Home Depot gift cards for Christmas.
Oh, I do.
Well, what I want to get is a shed. Like Charlie was over here and we were talking about getting a shed, like an extra little storage shed, just a little thing for shed. Like, just for the things that kind of take up more room in the garage than you need them to.
Was it Tough Shed that had the commercial with the guy riding his dirt bike on the roof of all the Tough Sheds, and then like he crashes through one that's not a Tough Shed?
I don't know that commercial, but
pretty rad. I think
great.
It was Tough Shed.
Sounds good.
But
we also got to get to Costco too.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Costco,
we'll do that pretty soon.
I was so upset that they don't do photos anymore because it was kind of like you would go to Costco, put your photos in for the hour photo, go get a hot dog,
Costco.
Go around Costco, and then boom, get your stuff when you're done.
My brain didn't even think of that. I don't know why, but
I had a Best Buy next door to that, and so I would go over to Best Buy and whatever.
We do at our Costco.
Yeah, so
it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
or
we
have to tires in the car, whatever. They still do that, luckily. But dang. Yeah, the photo business, obviously, they can't keep. It's everything's digital now.
We got home pretty late on.
Yeah.
What was that? Friday night? Friday night?
Midnight or so?
No, it was way later than that because one of the roads closed. We were supposed to take every time it happens.
Here's the thing. We like to drive home at night, less people on the road, gives us another day to kind of mess around and do stuff. Katie enjoys it. She's the one that usually drives that portion of the trip.
I drive most of the time. We've discussed this.
Yeah, but I
love driving.
I drove a good portion of it this time.
Because I let you.
Anyways, back to the point of what I was saying. My goodness. It seems like every time we've come back from maybe other trips too.
Yeah.
Coming back into Southern California in the middle of the night, they will do freeway closures because it's the only time they can work on freeways and stuff like that. Now, I understand it makes perfect sense because why would you do that in the middle of the day when there's tons of traffic and make it worse? And they'd never get anything done. I totally understand. But here's the problem is every time it happens to us, they will close a very vital interchange in the middle of where the next change is 10 miles, 20 miles away or something like that. We've had it happen out in we're Corona.
Yeah, it'll throw you 30 to 40 minutes longer.
And we had 15 minutes to go. It's you've done this whole drive. You're oh, we're almost home.
3 hours.
I'm thinking about, taking a hot shower.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, why is the freeway stopping? What's going on? Dude, it's 1 a.m. and we are dead stop now. And you're looking and you're oh my gosh. And now it didn't even show up on the Waze until we got there. And it's so you couldn't have avoided it. And it's closed. And they're one-laning everybody off to whatever. And you got to go
so this
40
happened,
minutes. Oh my gosh. It was insane.
Let me just tell you. So you know how it tells you if road construction or whatever, and it'll reroute you, blah, 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 in the navigation. This one, we were less than half a mile from the freeway on-ramp that we needed to take to get home.
Yep.
And dead stop on the freeway, shut it down right there. So we had to go, I think it was an extra 20 minutes, but like,
but we had just passed the 10.
Yeah.
We could have switched over to the 10 easily.
But thank goodness we didn't, because we found out there was a really bad accident a few hours later.
A few hours later, there was a bad accident on the 10 right there too. Yeah. But anyways, my point is,
everything for a reason.
We have to, and I said it before we left Vegas. I was like, man, I hope we don't hit a weird detour. And because it'll always happen when we're almost home. And so it's not being picked up on the ways. Like when we leave Vegas and check it, no, it looks good to me.
Yeah.
You know, even if you checked it like 2 hours in.
We checked Google Maps, Waze, and then something else.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, it pops up. So anyways, that was really fun. Oh my gosh, those are the worst. Still,
that being said though, would I still travel at night? Yeah. Like I would rather take that risk and have that happen than be on the road with 10 times more people. It's a little bit more calm at night too. And then I just bump some music or we listen to a podcast.
And if it's summertime, it's a little more tolerable as far as heat goes and better on the car.
Oh, that's very true.
Although, what was that one time? Remember, we were coming through Baker. It was like 9:30 at night.
Oh, and still 100.
It was 107 or something crazy.
Oh, that was crazy.
And like hot wind. It felt like you were in like an
oven.
One of those air fryer ovens or something like that. It was wild.
That was gnarly.
But we made it back, and what a great trip. It was like
fun.
Top notch.
I already booked another one.
She did. I approved. Too good, and
we have more to come. We're actually working on another one, just a little thing that we want to do.
Oh, yeah.
If all works out. You got to remember, we can't, we're not made of bazillions of dollars here, but, but if it can work out financially, we're going to try it. Yeah, there's pretty sooner than later. We'll let you know. It's in the planning stages right now, and it doesn't take much planning on this one. This should be pretty easy, He's looking at me like, go and make that happen. Make it happen. I want to announce it. I want the people to know that we're doing it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It's just a little thing. We're gonna go drop off our photos at Walgreens. And maybe we gotta take her. We gotta take her to the park. Greta's been campaigning. She's like, what? Very good girl in Vegas. She was. She enjoyed. Vegas is so dog friendly. I love that place. She loves it. Now, well-behaved dogs that can tolerate it. Because if it was stressing her out, we would never take her. But she digs it. She just chills in her stroller and loves it. Looks around. Yep. She likes saying hi to people and whatnot. So. She tries to invoke her crap strategy to me, and I just don't. I don't listen. It's probably why I don't win as much money. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed all the Vegas videos. If you haven't watched them all, go ahead and start and go through them. It's a fun little trip that we had, and there's some gambling involved and all sorts of fun things. So we hope you enjoyed this little talk. We're going to, like I said, get on with the day. Take Greta to the park. We'll show you those photos once we get them. Yeah, maybe that'll be in the next vlog. That'll be tomorrow's video. Yeah, okay. We'll definitely make sure we show them. Hopefully, it won't turn out like the end of the Hangover movies. Oh my gosh, they go through all the photos and head right, dude. They're not half. I think that's the song. Not half as debaucherous. But anyways, thank you, members. Thank you, Patreons. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.